Good morning. One of the advantages of being associated with a technology school is that we do things on time. It's about 30 seconds to 11. Good morning and welcome, honored guests, faculty, students, friends, and members of the Stevens community. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for joining us in this truly picture-perfect day where the air is fresh and crisp for this momentous event here at Stevens in Hoboken. I cannot tell you how excited I am about the announcement that the governor is about to make, and I can't emphasize how impatiently, almost restlessly, I've been waiting for this day for such a long time. I'm delighted to welcome some very special guests who are with us on the stage. First, Governor Phil Murphy. I want to thank you, Governor, for your visionary leadership on this initiative that you're about to announce. Mr. Tim Sullivan, CEO of New Jersey Economic Development Authority. Mr. Saeed Amidi, who is now a good friend, founder and CEO of Plug and Play. Mr. Bob Bastian, Head of Technology and Service at Prudential Financial, and Dr. Gregory Prostakos, Dean of the School of Business, whose 12-plus years of exemplary leadership and service we celebrated in this very venue just yesterday. Wow. I'd like to also welcome a number of special guests who are in the audience, including Prudential Financial Chairman and CEO, Mr. Charles Lowry. Raise your hand, please, Mr. Lowry. Stevens trustee, Dr. Lawrence Babbio, former chairman of the Board of Trustees of Stevens, and former vice chairman and president of Verizon. Ms. Kathleen Coviello and Mr. Ron McCullough of NJEDA, who have worked tirelessly on this initiative for a long, long time. We are grateful to you. Assemblyman John Allen, who represents Stevens and Hoboken in Trenton. Where's John? Yeah, over there. Ms. Mariam Siddiqui, representing Congressman Rob Menendez. Commissioner Anthony Romano, who is somewhere in the audience. Yes, over here. Hoboken City Council members Emily Jabor and Joe Quintero, who are somewhere in the audience. Welcome to Stevens. Choose New Jersey CEO Wes Matthews. I said hello to Wes, yeah, over here. And many other friends from Tech United, from independent colleges and universities of New Jersey, Plug and Play, and all other organizations who are with us today. So for more than 150 years, to be precise, 154 years, Stevens Institute of Technology has pioneered innovation and driven technological progress across New Jersey, the nation, and the world. Our expertise spans leading-edge domains such as financial technology, cybersecurity, quantum computing, and artificial intelligence. We have a rich history of cultivating an entrepreneurial mindset among our students and faculty, and their innovations have become commercial products, services, and thriving enterprises. Not long ago, I was proud to watch one of our star faculty ring the closing bell on the NASDAQ exchange for a quantum computing company that has now located its entire research staff to Hoboken. And there are many more examples, Governor. Stevens' distinctive expertise in technology's application to a wide variety of industries is of particular relevance to the announcement that the governor is about to make. Stevens is proud to play a key role in this initiative, which has the potential to transform New Jersey into the nation's preeminent fintech capital. our world-class faculty, our talented students, our craft center, the nation's only NSF-sponsored center dedicated to fintech, our education and research labs, including the cutting-edge Hanlon Financial Systems Laboratories, and our Hoboken location will all contribute to the success of this important endeavor. The synergies of the partners around here, public sector, private sector, and higher education, and many who will join us in the future, I'm sure, will propel innovative fintech ideas from mind to market. And they will do that at an electrifying pace. Stevens is proud to play a key role in this initiative, which will surely drive economic growth, create high-value jobs, and ensure New Jersey remains at the forefront of the fintech revolution for many years to come. And I pledge my full support to make this important initiative a groundbreaking and a sustained success. It is now my distinct honor to introduce the visionary leader who himself knows of the power of partnership and the enormous potential of fintech to drive economic growth in our state. Governor Murphy understands how technology is changing the landscape of our state as well as our global economy, and he and his administration have put numerous initiatives in place to ensure New Jersey takes full advantage of these types of opportunities. So, without further ado, and without keeping you any longer in suspense, I ask you to please join me in offering an enthusiastic welcome to Governor Murphy. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Please stand. Good morning. That was one heck of an introduction. It is such a pleasure to be here at Stevens this morning. And wow, look at this incredible setting. As Nariman knows, I'm here a lot. And this is, I said as I pulled up to one of my colleagues, this is an absolute gem in this state, and I would argue in this country. So to my friend Nariman, thank you for your very kind and gracious introduction. Thank you for hosting us so graciously this morning. To your First Lady, Helveta, it's an honor to be with you as well. And to Team Stevens, who are here in size, including Dean Greg Prastakos, faculty, colleagues, staff, and especially students, because I believe it's finals time until the 14th. So we wish all you students out there nothing but the very best over the next 10 days. I also want to thank all of our amazing partners beyond Stevens who have made today's announcement possible, starting with Saeed Amidi, the CEO and founder of Plug and Play. He's become a dear friend with his First Lady, Samira, who is with us today. Tim Sullivan and Kathleen Coviello from the Economic Development Authority. We'll hear from Tim. I want to thank Kathleen in particular for doing a lot of the work that got us to today. Our corporate partners at Prudential Financial. We'll hear from Bob Bastian in a few moments. And as Nariman said, we're graced by a dear friend, Chief Executive Officer and Chairman Charlie Lowry, who happens also to be the co-chair of the New Jersey CEO Council. And for all the above, Charlie, I say thank you. To the elected officials, Stick and John and others, to all the dignitaries, incredibly humbled and honored to be here. It is not every day that you get to see a team comprised of some of the most renowned names in academia, innovation, and finance standing together. But today we do. We are here announcing a collaboration that will take New Jersey's innovation leadership to the next level. We are launching the New Jersey Fintech Accelerator at the Stevens Institute of Technology, or simply to be named NJFAST. Congratulations. This new accelerator, which is being funded through the EDA's Strategic Innovation Center initiative, will bring together the world's top minds in finance and technology to pioneer game-changing innovations in fintech. And as New Jersey's first accelerator that is explicitly focused on fintech, NJFAST will nurture a new generation of companies as well as a new generation of jobs right here in the Garden State. Now, speaking in my case as a recovering banker, I can tell you that there is no better home for this revolutionary fintech accelerator than right here in Hoboken, New Jersey, on Stevens campus. Why, you may ask? Well, for generations, New Jersey has been a trusted leader in the field of fintech and finance more broadly. We are home to some of the industry's most influential names, either literally headquartered here, such as Prudential, or maybe their middle and back office, or maybe all of the above. Names like, again, Prudential, Barclays, ADP, JP Morgan, BNY, Mellon, Fiserv, and many more. With NJFAST, we are not only doubling down on one of New Jersey's bedrock industries, we are also seizing a once-in-a-generation opportunity to reimagine fintech. I say that because with this new accelerator, we are partnering with Saeed and his team at Plug and Play Tech Center, which is an iconic name in the world of innovation. Plug and Play has partnered with hundreds of startups and industry-leading companies literally around the globe to incubate revolutionary technologies. And today with NJFAST, Plug and Play has chosen New Jersey as its first ever, I believe, presence on the East Coast of the United States. We're honored to be that. So to Saeed and your team, let me say you could have chosen anywhere in the world, but you chose Hoboken, New Jersey, and for that, we thank you. Now, just a couple of weeks ago, Tim Sullivan, Wes Matthews, Tim Crouch is with us, Eric Brophy, Tammy, and I. By the way, shout out to Joe Machine Gun Kelly, formerly on the team. Nice to have you back, Joe. I hope you're not charging us, are you?
Not yet.
Not yet, he said. Okay. Just a couple of weeks ago, seriously, that group and more visited Plug and Play's office in the Bay Area, and we had an incredibly productive conversation with Saeed's team. And in addition to today's announcement, Saeed's colleagues have already reserved a space on their wall of distinction for a plaque dedicated to the state of New Jersey. The excitement for this collaboration was and is palpable. And Saeed, here in New Jersey, I can tell you we are just as thrilled to count ourselves as partners to Plug and Play. And because of your office in California is any indication of what is headed to this campus, folks, buckle up. In fact, to that point, the Stevens Institute of Technology is really the perfect entry point for Plug and Play's emergence on the East Coast. Because like Plug and Play, the students and faculty here on this campus are proven trailblazers in the world of fintech. And thanks to Nariman and his team, Stevens is the category killer in fintech. And as Nariman mentioned, look no further than the Institute's very own Center for Research toward Advancing Financial Technologies. It's a fintech-focused research center funded by the National Science Foundation that engages in collaborative research on everything from decentralized finance, or DeFi, AI-enabled finance, quantum finance, and so much more. So now with NJFAST, we are fostering a new partnership among our state's emerging leaders in fintech, a battle-tested team of innovators at Plug and Play, and some of our state's most formidable corporate partners, case in point, Prudential Financial. And I would just say, Charlie, to you and your colleagues, no corporation in our state speaks to New Jersey's economy and communities better and more strongly than the PRU. And though this accelerator represents a new frontier when it comes to our state's leadership in fintech, it also is part of our administration's broader and long-standing strategy to revive and reimagine New Jersey's innovation economy. In fact, NJFAST will be New Jersey's fourth strategic innovation center in the past 3 years alone. And each one of these engines for innovation is oriented around a deeply rooted bedrock industry for the Garden State. So in Jersey City, the EDA is working with SciTech City to create EdgeWorks, a digital health innovation hub that will build upon our efforts to cultivate the most diverse and inclusive innovation ecosystem in the nation. In New Brunswick, construction workers are at this very moment building the Helix, a cutting-edge life sciences innovation hub that will carry New Jersey's reputation as the medicine chest to the world into the future. And just last week in Newark, the industrial heart of New Jersey, I might add, we cut the ribbon on HAX's global headquarters, which will bring together startups and entrepreneurs to unlock new industries and new discoveries in hard technology and decarbonization. And though each of these individual projects is focused on distinct domains of innovation, together they are part of a larger vision, creating opportunities for corporate leaders, students, entrepreneurs, investors, and researchers to come together and work together in unleashing new possibilities. We want to empower our state's top minds to lead the way in building the economy of tomorrow and doing it and staying right here in New Jersey. And honestly, even at this early stage in the game, we are already seeing this vision for New Jersey's innovation ecosystem come to life, even in other ways. Allow me to give you a few highlights of just the month of April. Last week, in addition to cutting the ribbon on HAX's global headquarters in Newark, we also announced our state's 4th offshore wind solicitation to capitalize on our emerging leadership in the clean energy economy. And just before that announcement, we traveled to Bayville in Berkeley Township and Ocean County to celebrate one of the nation's first ever projects to successfully convert and cover a former landfill into a state-of-the-art solar field. In that same spirit of climate-friendly innovation, last month the EDA announced the creation of the New Jersey Green Bank, which will make revolutionary investments in clean energy innovation all throughout the Garden State. And we also held our first ever New Jersey AI Summit with Princeton University, where we are developing a nation-leading AI innovation hub. And while we were at it, we also broke ground on Kenvue's new global headquarters and its Science and Innovation Center in Summit, New Jersey, which will once again put New Jersey front and center in the life sciences industry. The point is, it was a busy and highly successful month of April, and with today's announcement of NJFAST, this much is clear: it's going to be a huge May and a huge summer for New Jersey's innovation economy. So to all of our partners here today, beginning with our hosts at Stevens, let me say once again, thank you. With your dedication and leadership, we're going to lead New Jersey's innovators and workers, as it is written, I might add, in the Stevens Institute of Technology's motto, "To the Stars." With that, it is now my pleasure to introduce one of the great visionaries behind our state's economic renaissance, my friend and colleague, the CEO of the Economic Development Authority, Tim Sullivan. Thanks, man.
It's nice to see you. Thank you, Governor, firstly, for that incredibly kind introduction. But more importantly, thank you for your leadership and everything you have done to make possible everything you just went through on the litany of all the progress we're making on the innovation economy. Couple things. One, I'll be brief because I want to get to Saeed and Prudential, because those are the real stars of the show here after the governor and the president. One, the governor mentioned the trip to California. Whether we're in California or in Mumbai or anywhere around the world, we always talk about New Jersey, and we talk about talent, and we talk about location. Talent, what better place than Stevens to be highlighting our talent? And you can see across that river there the far eastern reaches of greater New Jersey, which is part of our calling card as well of our great location and where we are strategically located. And so what a great, in addition to being a beautiful day, what a great, perfect place to be having this conversation. The other thing I'd note, perhaps on a light note, we're usually pretty bad at naming things. I think FAST is a really good name. It's going to be easy to remember. The Fintech Accelerator at the Stevens Institute of Technology. This is also Hoboken, though. In my heart, I'm going to remember it as the Francis Albert Sinatra Tech Center.
Who's writing your stuff?
It's all on the car. It's all up here. We go. It's all my kids, my 7-year-old. But it is on a much more serious note. Really great, Mr. President, your leadership. You mentioned your persistence. I have the phone log to prove it, of your persistence and your commitment to getting this done. Charlie and the team at Prudential deeply appreciate your partnership, Kathleen and Ram, and lots of our colleagues at the EDA and the Attorney General's office who helped us work through negotiating all the details of all this. I want to get to thanking Saeed in a moment because it's a really extraordinary day for New Jersey to have you and your team here and planting a flag. There's a couple themes here that I think are really important to highlight. I think the governor hit all of them. I just want to add a couple accent points. One is around sort of corridors of innovation. We talk a lot about the Route 1 corridor in life sciences and technology, and that's a really important spine of the state's innovation ecosystem. What doesn't get as much attention is kind of this T-shaped belt that starts up in Englewood Cliffs, goes down into Hoboken, makes both a right and keeps going out to Newark, to Prudential, and all the great companies in insurance and financial services in Newark, and down into Jersey City. We have a real geography of innovation around fintech and insuretech and financial services that this center, I think, is going to be the beating heart of, and I think gives it a real logic to help build the scale and the density of the kinds of companies and innovators and founders and employees and technology that's going to really fuel this industry going forward. You know, the other thing I'd mention, and this is by way of getting to introducing Saeed, is we have really focused, and the governor mentioned HACS, the governor mentioned the Helix and EdgeWorks down the way in Jersey City. We have really focused under Governor Murphy's leadership on building our capacity for innovation. None of us knows exactly what's going to happen here and which companies are going to grow out of this. And maybe the next Prudential is sitting, in a classroom somewhere here on Stevens' campus, either a professor or a student. But we don't know. No one's really sure exactly what direction this will take. That's the nature of innovation. But when you add a plug and play to our innovation ecosystem, we think the sky's the limit. The governor mentioned the trip we had out to California a couple weeks ago, and we got to visit Saeed and Mike and the team at Plug and Play in Silicon Valley. And I say this warmly, it was a bit like going to Willy Wonka's chocolate factory. First of all, you were a very charismatic host. No children were harmed or kidnapped during the visit. But everywhere you looked, in Willy Wonka, everything you touch is candy and made of sugar. Everything you could not turn around without bumping into a founder, an innovator, a logo of a great company that is a household name that you have helped germinate and seed and grow into great big companies. So when we think about the next 5, 10, 25 years of the New Jersey innovation trajectory, it's going to be because of institutions like Stevens, like Prudential, and like Plug and Play that are really upping our game on the capacity for us to grow and germinate and support new companies that grow and scale, because that's how we get outsized job creation and see creation of really good family-sustaining jobs, not just at the founder level, but the employee level as well. And that's what's going to be really critical to driving us forward. Everywhere you look across the world, particularly across the country, successful innovation ecosystems are marked by really strong and intentional collaborations between higher ed, Stevens in this case, big companies, Prudential, and we hope more as we go along the way, venture capital and accelerators, and startups with usually a little bit of help and some money and some support from the government. And that I can't think of a more iconic roster of partners to sort of make that up in the context of fintech than Stevens with everything it's done at Kraft and everything that the president mentioned with Prudential, a name like no other, in insurance and financial services, with Plug and Play, one of the global leaders in innovation, and with a little bit of help from the EDA and the governor's leadership to make it all come together. So we're incredibly excited. We think the sky's the limit for what this could mean for Hoboken, for Hudson County, for North Jersey, for New Jersey. And one of the reasons is we are confident in that, or have that confidence, is because when we put out a call for partners, someone of the caliber of Saeed and the team at Plug and Play showed up and said, we want in. And as the governor mentioned, their first major presence on the East Coast, Northeast part of the world. Despite the fact you have offices all over the globe, your map is as impressive as anybody. So without further ado, the founder, the CEO of Plug and Play, Saeed Hamidi.
That is a hard act to follow. Did you see how natural he was? I have notes and everything, but great job, Tim. It's been lovely to get to know you the past year, and I must thank Governor and First Lady Tammy, who hosted us at the governor's mansion yesterday for lunch with that other school, Christopher from Princeton. But it was fabulous, fabulous. I wanted to thank Governor from bottom of my heart, and then my new best friend, Nariman. I asked him, I'm arriving Sunday, can we have dinner? And it was lovely dinner to get to know him. We had only been in correspondence via Zoom. And nothing beats getting to know someone. Quite frankly, I could sit in California and make 10 more investments, but I have felt so welcome in the Garden City. And I am so interested to building new relationship for impact, for job creation. My biggest joy in life is seeing an entrepreneur dream big, and then in a very small way for Plug and Play and the team to help them to make that possible. For some of the audience that may not know Plug and Play, let me give you our scorecard for 2023, and then I will a little bit focus on fintech and financial services. In 2023, we accelerated 2,700 startups in our offices. And fintech, insuretech, enterprise, and AI, we kind of feel have a lot of synergies together. And we did over 600 startups in this category. And I always tell the entrepreneur, like Peter Thiel of PayPal, you should do 99% of the work. We do 1%. In fact, Plug and Play was born because we had an office on University Avenue. Now we call it Lucky Building. We charge rent, but we charge 10 times more for karma. Because Peter Thiel came to us when they were 3 people, and we asked him, like any good landlord, for his financial services. And he said, I don't have financial, information, but I have money. So actually my brother agreed with him for him to pay $200,000 rent in advance, which was 2 years' rent, and we invested 100 of it in PayPal in the A round. And that turned out okay. We had about, we sold too early, I must say. But then, we were part of a journey of Google. Google came to the same building when they were 3 people, Larry, Sergey, and Solar, and we watched Google change our lives. And before I bought the building, I had Pierluigi Zappacosta bring Logitech to Palo Alto, take it public, and still he's one of my best friends. He makes a mean espresso. So it's very good Italian espresso. But why I'm saying these stories is because it is really important for the community here at Stevens and the whole New Jersey scene to help us to make these entrepreneurs more successful. I mentioned to you, I give you our scorecard. Out of that 2,700 startups we helped, we only invested in 198 of them. Everything else we do is free for the startup, and we make 95% of our profit based on our investment. I give you another example. How many people have used Honey for coupon? It's the largest coupon platform in America. And we invested in Honey when they were worth $2 million. $50,000. And 7 years later, PayPal bought them for $4 billion. And the $50,000 that Mike made me invest had a return of $38 million. So we just need like 5 of those here in Hoboken. And again, I will invite you to co-invest with us. But going back to financial services, we have accelerated 4,500 startups in financial services, including Lending Club, including the biggest unicorn in Africa called Flutterwave, the biggest mobile bank in Europe called N26. And the startups are the engine of growth. If we did not have the innovative startup technology companies, our economy would shrink similar to Germany. Germany economy shrank 2%, and I think it's just the beginning. So we feel startups are the engine of growth. So I mentioned to you we accelerated 4,500 startups. We have 450 portfolio companies, 12 of which are unicorns, like Big ID here in New York, which I'm going to ask them to move to Hoboken tomorrow. But generally, on one side, we deal with startups. On the other side, we have 140 corporate partners, including Visa, BNP Paribas, Mitsubishi Bank, MUFG, Sumitomo Bank, and the Deutsche Bank, and they all have offices there. So our business model is especially for B2B startups. We show a startup to 20 corporations, 20 VCs. We do due diligence and proof of concept, product market fit before we invest. And in the financial services, we have Allianz, we have Aflac, Travelers, to such an extent that they ask us to open a venture fund for AI and financial services, and Principal and Aflac and Travelers are our LPs. What we want to do with Hoboken and New Jersey is connect them to our 64 offices and 650 conglomerates that are partner of ours, like Walmart for payment structure. Again, I think it's the best time in the world to be an entrepreneur, and we would love to, on the first phase here, do 50 startups per year, 25 per batch, and I am planning to invest in at least 10 of them from Plug and Play Fund, and the best ones we're going to invest from New Jersey Economic Development Fund. Again, it is honor to be here. I wanted to also thank Bob and Gregory. Prudential has been a partner of ours for 10 years, but when COVID happened, a lot of the corporate partner told me, Saeed, we don't want to fly to California every time we want to have an event or see somebody. So I think you mentioned to me you're now 6 miles away and 30 minutes. So we're going to see each other quite often, and we will make this platform in East Coast the best innovation platform for fintech in the world. I personally guarantee it with the help of Governor and Nariman and Tim and Bob and Gregory. Thank you for joining us. Great having you.
Bob, you need an introduction here, man. Yeah, I have to say, Saeed, that was, sorry, was that me?
I just wanted to not
You-
accident because your foot is
You-
hurting.
It is, I appreciate that. I just was meant to say this earlier. We lived in Hong Kong. How many people here have been to Hong Kong? So I always thought this about Hong Kong. Kowloon had the best views and the best quality of life, and that's Jersey in this case. And today is as good an example. Thank you for the weather, Nariman, as well. Charlie, again, thanks to you and your colleagues for being here today and for being such a principal, important player in this venture. Speaking on behalf of Prudential Financial, its Chief Information Officer, Bob Bastian. Bob, come on down.
Hello, I am thrilled to be here today. Having been born in Trenton, New Jersey, the beautiful Trenton, New Jersey, I was born and raised in Jersey, and so it's lifelong Jersey residents, so I'm both personally and professionally very, very proud and happy to be here. I'm also very proud to be part of Prudential. At Prudential, our purpose is to make lives better by solving the financial challenges of our changing times. We deliver this commitment by expanding access to financial security through business and insurance and investing and retirement solutions. And this morning, we are marking a monumental moment in the landscape of innovation, collaboration, and economic development here in the Garden State. I stand before you on behalf of Prudential, alongside Governor Murphy and Nariman, and our esteemed partners at Stevens Institute of Technology and the New Jersey Economic Development Authority to celebrate the announcement of this groundbreaking initiative. The New Jersey FAST Fintech Accelerator, I like NJFAST, in partnership with Plug and Play, will serve as a hub for insurance technology and financial technology startups. And Prudential is excited to join as an anchor partner. In a world where collaboration is key, we are proud to pioneer the first ever partnership of this kind in the nation. At its core, this partnership is more about just fostering startups. It's about fostering communities. And Charlie takes a really big, heartfelt interest in fostering communities, as we do as well. Through our collective efforts, we aim to bring economic growth and development to the great state of New Jersey. By contributing our resources, our mentorship, we will empower more emerging entrepreneurs to thrive in an environment ripe with opportunity. I can't wait for the day. I've made those trips out to California as well, and I can't wait for the day to walk through the campus here and run into a founder and run into the innovation hubs and the things that we're going to do here for New Jersey. You might know that Prudential was founded in Newark nearly 150 years ago, almost as long as Stevens. And our roots here continue to run deep and wide. And today we're doing more than ever to drive economic opportunity in our hometown and across the state, including supporting programs that create quality career paths. By creating supportive ecosystem right here in our backyard, beautiful backyard, we're building a hub of innovation for the city and for the state. We view this as a win-win because for us, attracting top talent and unique skills to this state is paramount to our success. The partnership with NJEDA and Stevens is critical to help us achieve this vision. With a focus on insuretech and fintech, we are driving forward technological advancements that will revolutionize the way we interact with the world and fulfill our purpose of expanding access to financial security for more people in more places. By promoting innovation and embracing emerging technologies, we are not only shaping the future, but also ensuring New Jersey remains in the forefront of progress. It's an amazing state. In closing, we want to express our gratitude to Kathleen Ram from New Jersey EDA, Mike Olmstead and Jake McGee from Plug and Play, and George Calhoun from Stevens Institute of Technology. We must also thank our supporters and most importantly, the visionary entrepreneurs who will be driving force behind this accelerator. And thank you, Saeed, for that. And together we are embarking on a journey that will redefine the landscape of innovation and shape the future of this great state. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Bob. Great job, Bob. You want to introduce Greg? Sure. Thank you very much, Bob. And now I want to introduce our beloved Dean of the School of Business, Gregory Prestakos, who has been leading this effort on behalf of Stevens for a significant amount of time, certainly more than a year, and I know he's been waiting impatiently to say a few words about his experience in this endeavor. Gregory, please.
Well, what can I say? I've been the dean here for 12 and a half years, and I have to say that today is one of the most gratifying and most important moments in my career at Stevens. You know that mixed feeling of joy and maybe disbelief that you get when you realize that something that you've dreamed of and worked hard is actually happening? This is how I feel today. A dream that we all had here at Stevens is coming true. After many months of discussions, consultations, plans, counterplans, this unique public-private academia partnership is about to be launched. I am truly grateful to Governor Phil Murphy, who had the vision to take advantage of the unique assets of the state and create this engine for growth based at Stevens with the help of Plug and Play. I am grateful to Saeed Amidi and his team, Michael and everybody else, who have been enthusiastic from the beginning about our collaboration and supported our efforts. I remember Saeed phone calls during my summer vacations, in late evenings from Europe. I'm grateful to Tim Sullivan and the EDA team who worked tirelessly with everybody to put this together. I am truly grateful to our president, Nariman Farvardin, who has encouraged, supported, followed up, and pushed this project to where it is today. And to the Board of Trustees and the Oversight Committee for their wise inputs along the way. Last but not least, I'm grateful to the amazing Stevens team with Kathy, Beth, Lou, Steve, George, and so many others who spent hours and hours studying, preparing, meeting, and making sure the contracts, the communications, the financials met the requirements and the expectations. We are very bullish about this collaboration. Stevens is ready to provide every startup with brilliant students to help them grow, with access to our valuable NVIDIA H100 processors to do their AI and fintech developments, with faculty who are thought leaders in fintech, AI, quantum computing, and all that, and with our extensive alumni network who are successful executives in almost every Wall Street firm. We want to make sure, like the governor, like Saeed, like everybody else, we want to make sure these fintech startups are successful. And at the same time, we will be giving our students the opportunity to work alongside the founders, get their hands dirty, and get the vibe and the experience of what it means and what it takes to make something new and commercializable. We want to inspire and grow the future generation of fintech entrepreneurs. This is a great day for us. Thank you, everybody. And now I would like to invite you to the round table and lunch. Thank you.